What's up everybody, it's Chasm here. So the other day we got 8 in-game screenshots from Kingdom Hearts Dark Road. You've probably seen them and had some time to digest, so I just want to dive right in about one particular photo. I don't really call today's video a theory, more of like deep speculation. This will get a little confusing, but please just try to relax and have some fun with me, okay? Awesome. I want to talk about the picture where we see Ansem showing a corridor of darkness to young Xehanort. I think this picture is causing a lot of people to arrive at a certain conclusion that I'm choosing to remain skeptical about. The immediate thought you probably had when you saw this was, oh, this is how Xehanort gets to Scala ad Caelum. And I think that's a perfectly reasonable thing to think, and I'm not gonna outright deny that it's correct. But I've been thinking a little deeper, and I believe that if this is true, then it would really complicate some things. What do I mean by that? Oh boy. You probably understand that because we already know that Ansem travels back in time to talk to young Xehanort, this creates a time loop. Xehanort as a teen gets spoken to by Ansem, then goes to Scala ad Caelum, then grows to be Master Xehanort, who turns into Terranort, who becomes Ansem, and that version of Ansem has to go back in time and talk to Xehanort. And this just creates a loop that will go on forever. That's not hard to grasp, but there's something to be said lying underneath the surface. This loop had to have been born from a timeline in which this happened for the first time, meaning a timeline where the child Xehanort did not get approached by his future self, and yet still, later in life, came up with the idea to approach his past self. I hope this is coming across well because this is the best way that I can explain it. Okay, so now we've gotten somewhere a little bit more confusing, but nonetheless, it doesn't dismantle our understanding of the actual plot at hand. But now we get to the part that I have a problem with. So far, we've been talking about the same generalization as ever, which is the simple fact that Ansem approached young Xehanort at all. So now let's double down on this new idea that Ansem is actually the reason that Xehanort gets to Scala ad Caelum. There's a very good reason why we've never really come up with this idea before. It makes a very impactful modification to the original timeline before the loop. Due to the fact that the original timeline lacks Ansem's interference, it would then also lack Xehanort's arrival on Scala ad Caelum. This begs the question, what the f***? I mean really, if there was a version of Xehanort that didn't find his way to Scala ad Caelum, that leaves so many questions. How did he get a Keyblade? Did he ever meet Ericus? Did he ever meet Terra? And did he ever become Terranort? Did he ever become an apprentice to Ansem the Wise? It just leaves so many holes between his childhood and time travel that I would demand with every bone in my body to be filled. Yeah, you heard that right. So what I'm getting around to saying here is, I don't have a lot of faith that this idea is true. I lean much further towards believing that this portal goes to the future rather than Scala ad Caelum. Listen to this quote from Dream Drop Distance where Xehanort explains that once his business is done, he'll return to his own time and lose his memories and stuff.
Returning to my own time will erase the memories and experiences I have gained here. Still, my appointed path is now etched in my heart, which will first lead me to seek the outside world.
Let me emphasize, he says, which will first lead me to seek the outside world. This line explains why we saw a young Xehanort on Destiny Islands say, this world is just too small. I believe that was the future etched into his heart speaking. The screenshot in question was tweeted with the caption, why did he become the Seeker of Darkness? The wording on the picture is, sometimes all it takes is a single step. I don't think this single step is referencing his arrival at Scala ad Caelum. I think it's about stepping into the future, at which point he gets the appointed path etched into his heart, as he says himself. Consider this. Nomura has directly explained before that in the prologue of KH1, the dark ball in the sky and the pool of darkness that Sora and Riku sink into, but only Riku disappears, those were born from Riku's own darkness. The darkness born from Riku's deep dissatisfaction for his homeworld created the dark portal that took him to Hollow Bastion. And I think the same thing is just going to happen for Xehanort, except to Scala ad Caelum. So the takeaway of this video is this. The idea that Ansem takes Xehanort to Scala ad Caelum might not be right. And if it's not, that's it. All there is to it. But if it's true, then Nomura has some explaining to do about the original timeline that I mentioned. At least I really hope he would address it. Okay, I know this video was a little crazy, but hopefully you had fun. I sure had fun making it. Let me know what you thought about this mess in the comments section. Do you understand where I'm coming from, or do you think I'm completely off my rocker? If you enjoyed this video, I would so appreciate if you would leave a like. It really helps the channel grow. If you want to enter the void, all you have to do is subscribe to Chasm and hit the bell button so you'll never miss an upload. Follow me on Twitter so you can stay updated on the channel and we can discuss Kingdom Hearts even more. Until the next video, I'm Chasm, and thank you for watching.